had 8 hours sleep last night, but I'm still sleepy. I think a lot of it is because of rest. We're not resting. I mean, Tom T. Hall's I Love song, I love Sleep Without Dreams. It's entirely tangible that in the near future, when we're in control of technology instead of using it to manipulate, that people will get really good restful sleep because there won't be all the noise and the aggression and the Wi-Fi and the radio stations and the TV channels and the all-night porn and stuff like that. So people will get sleep and won't have these illogical, irrational brainwave interactions that they pick up on in their dreams. It can't shut it. It's like not being able to shut off the TV, but it makes sense. I mean, it makes sense that we're having all these problems, but it doesn't make sense to keep doing it. But you gotta be as stupid and selfish as you possibly can be and keep going. It's like, that's impossible. There you go. And so keep going, Earl. Jesus should tell me a lot when I first started in Sierra Vista, successful or die trying, I'm going to die anyway. There's your incentive, It's like, God, you're a lot like me. You're a lot like me. I'm a lot like you. Okay, it's funny because you say that, but you realize his physical existence was before mine. So technically, I'm a lot more like him than he's a lot like me because he preceded me. And so me and him are, me and the Father are one. And he's the focal point of the eternal faithful Father. So I have to look at it more as I'm a lot like him as opposed to he's a lot like me, but we have similar traits. I noticed that when I read the Bible and I saw how he was, and I was like, oh gosh, dang, my boy was just like me, grown up just like me, and the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. And I see why they crucified him. I see why they hate him so much. I hate him. He bad. That boy think he bad, right? And he doesn't. He just has this point. He has this point that you get him to, and is like, my mom said that too, like with Patrick's that way, and to my dad, if Yolanda, she said, I can get him to do anything I want him to do. And my mom said, I used to think that about his dad, but then they go and then they don't come back. It's like a really good dog, The dog will put up with so much, and then you abuse it and push it to the end, and it just goes and it leaves, and it never comes back. It's different than a woman. It's different when a woman, because a woman, you can have screwed up and make up for it 10 times over, and she still won't take you back, right? You should have done it then. It's not any good now because you didn't do it then. And we'll screw you both because of her vengeance. Hell, if no fury like a woman's scorned. It's different. It's like, I can only take so much, and then it's like, I'm out of here. Like what I do with my kids, They know Dad's had the same phone number for 30 years and lived in the same place for 30 years. It's not like I'm hiding. It's not like I'm locked. It's not like I'm Earl the Mule locked up and, you know what I mean? For being a pervert like their president or the other people they vote for president, right? And so, Biden's a pervert. Biden's connected to all these people in the Epstein case and stuff like that stuff too. Guys, I stood up to stop human trafficking all by myself in Cochise County in 2009. Okay. The Border Town movie with Banderas and Lopez didn't even scratch the surface. It didn't show you the corruption of the political state and the military state to maintain it. Because in order to be heroes, you need villains, and you need really horrible villains. Now, they were just doing propaganda for the horrible villains that invent the villains to be heroes. Yeah, just like that last one she made with those AI people. So I sat and watched that pathetic video from China. And the guy, this is amazing. It's like, what's amazing about making... It's amazing? Really? So you think the episode of fucking, what's that one? Big Bang Theory, where Kripke's robot destroys Sheldon's robot is amazing? You build something. So you think Blitzkrieg Bop is big. You think those Polacks are really dumb, taking their bikes and their rakes and hoes, riding into the tracks of the tanks to slow them down or stop them so the women and children could get away. You think the guys on the bikes are idiots, and you think the Hausers are amazing? Seriously? They derive new ways to kill each other and get the kids, their kids, doing this brain chemical ego addiction. You know what the origins are of martial arts? The origins of martial arts is how to protect your crop from, predatory, things that are scary. So you watch nature. How does the crane protect and provide? How does the monkey, the eagle, And the eagle, if a bird of prey like the pterodactyls on the Jurassic Park can carry off a woman and eat it, right? And so why do you want to build robots that are like a pterodactyl? Because they're insane. Okay, I'm dealing with insane people, and it's when I was disturbing watching those kids do that stuff with that robot. It's like watching the beginning of that Hiroshima movie they had with the kids being trained in school to be fighters and killers. And then it leads to the eventual destruction, the destruction of the entire focus of that tribal championship culture. Even their Shinto shrines, everything was obliterated by the nuclear weapon. In the epicenter of where they dominated. Okay? They hit him, pow, pow, pow. And Hirohito, of course Hirohito they're in the north. They always migrate away from the people they use to mass murder. They don't live with the politicians sit back in a gated exclusive community and tell the soldiers where to go murder and kill in Wichita Falls, Texas, Fort Benning, Georgia, Fayetteville, North Carolina, Fort Bliss, Yuma Proving Grounds. No, the rich people don't live. The rich people go up to Eureka, California and take classes from Albert Einstein. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. They weren't talking about you people at Fort Bliss and Yuma Proving Ground, Fort Benning, and why not, why not? And in Greenland, they're talking about themselves. You're expendable. You're disposable. They're going to have a robot to kill you the moment that you say. Now they have robots. So what happens if one man in China plugged into a computer can take over all those robots? And tell those kids, with the speaking computer, protect children from yourself, starting with you. You're as violent and disgusting as your grandfather and your father and your mother. You don't think Sun Yat-sen would say that to people? You don't think Confucius would say that to Raymond Chow and the people that murdered Bruce Lee? You don't think so? You don't know Chinese real good, do you? I understand a good Chinese father better than XI. Better than Wen Jiabao. And better than Yao Ming, because he was raised by them. He wasn't raised by a man like me. Men like me were plugged into computers by business partners of them. Okwarimasu. Hey. Thanks, Mr. Moto. You're welcome. Thank you, Charlie Chan. No, I'm just kidding around. We always have fun with that stuff. We joke around. Oh, they're good guys, man. I really love the family line of Tetsuro Suzuki and Sun Yat-sen. They're beautiful people. Absolutely gorgeous people. Like I told you guys that, because my sister said, my part Chirikawa and his brother-in-law reminds her of Bruce Lee and stuff like that. And I said, Bruce Lee would make an excellent brother-in-law, right? And I'm proud and, happy to have Mike and Gabe's dad as my brother-in-law, Macuñao, and Lawrence Benegas and Lawrence Lewis Bowen and Monty Curry and Mitch Carey. And, yeah. They're the best. And Dave James is a good kid. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's easily manipulated by the groups. Well, he's a military member. Yeah. Same with Bob. But Bob's an ass. Okay, Bob's an ass. Maybe Bob can change. Maybe, God bless us, everyone. I hope so. That would be pretty cool. Bob's Inkus could change the stripes. Stripes, froze, change the stripes. That would be really cool. Do you expect it? Nah, man, I don't expect, maybe he's got good daughters, They're easily assimilated and manipulated to the group. Yeah, just like Amy's kids and Amy, and yeah, I know. I know. Stephanie's not. They have to be literally beaten into the group horrifically. And then they isolate and try to find Patrick and Stephanie are, those little things they have online. You'll find that your friends become your family, that kind of shit. That kind of psychological and training tribalism. Those, and love dares you to, under pressure, no man has more. That's Steffi and Pat. Okay. They're different psychologically, mentally, emotionally than Susie Bear and her kids. Susie, she thinks she's a rebel outside. She's a trendsetter, and then everybody follows the trend, and she follows the trend. She actually set the trend, but they say they're setting the trend, but she was the actual starter of the trend. That's Amy, right? And Steffi is, get her wolf hawk spirit and go out and be a Wicca, and stay away from all this. Keep her circle of protection through her spells and her. That's Steffi. And it affects her. Yeah, it affects her son a lot, of course. Everything affects. My mom and my dad affected me. The liberals are going to save us from the conservative stuff from my mom, and then the moral values of my father. Very, it's got to be done this way. And they always thought I had an overdeveloped sense of honor. It's like, you have no honor. How do you even know if it's overdeveloped? The fuck. Okay. But I got my mom and me to, it's interesting. Mom was a little, I had respect for the conservative and for the, Sister Snow and Hebe and a lot of the people we grew up with, the good old American, Johnny Freedom Christian values and stuff. You had to have some respect for a lot of it because there was a lot of good in it. You don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? But like I told my dad about states' rights in the South thing, for all the good it had in it, when you have owning other people as property, it's like, having the best package and a beautiful package, all that, you have dog shit and it all comes out smelling like dog shit. So in order to have the best package, you need Jesus and not Jefferson Davis and Henry Clay, and we risk our fortunes and all those, Magna Carta, retarded dog bullshit things that these fuckers do, right? The Magna Carta, yeah, we know the Magna Carta directly. I should have been the Martian Chronicles and some people talking. They say nothing, and they mean nothing. The way I feel for you. That's just a limerick for money too. Yeah, it really is. Where does she talk about we should live the Lord's Prayer so these people won't talk and say nothing, and they say nothing, inventing money and making my love life suck because I have to have money to fuck, and they say nothing, and they mean nothing. She doesn't say that. She's singing for mobsters for money. So she can have enough revenue to keep going back to the buffet to get the macaroni and cheese with Luciano Pavarotti. There you go. Then donate all your money at charity, and that's going to make it all go away. For one day. If only for one night. Right? So it's like, well, fuck. It's like Al G said, the truth is in plain view, but they avoid it like cancer. But I know it's because of the virtual presence of the Orwellian. Because when you sit and you watch the bravest, most beautiful men anybody's ever watched anonymously on social media be tortured anonymously for 16 years because you guys are all addicted to what's in the Epstein files, Game of Thrones and Real Housewives of Dubai, New York City, Orange County, and ATL. I mean, you loving hip hop? Yeah, fuck you. Love is like hip hop? No. Hip hop is a bunch of dysfunctional people asking for money for sex and never have enough money for sex. They call it greed. I got a seat. I need a piece of fucking pie. Stand up for the Lord's Prayer. You're going to talk about Jesus. You spitting illegit shit, getting socked in the throat. I'm the sword. I'll take a rock, hit you between the eyes and say, okay, you know what I'm saying? Cut your own head off with your own lyrics, with your own money. Hey, I'm an MC. Must have got it from moms. Okay, do you understand? I ain't taking no more shit. Right? I won't take shit from my own kids. You know, there's one. I'm not going to go back to Patrick and Natalie and Noah and Emily and Kate and beg them to be nice to me and keep company with me so I feel good having people that love me because I love them. You know, I'm not going to take the abuse that I took from their mothers from the kids. I'm not going to go back. I'm sorry, I was a total drug addict that went to the... Wait a minute, I took all our money and went and fucked other women and got them pregnant. No. She took all our money. I took all my money I had and used it to take care of the kids, always. They all know this. Everybody knows it. The whole goddamn military knows it. Everybody in DARPA knows it. Everybody in NASA knows it. Everybody in the NSA knows it. Everybody in Homeland fucking Security knows it. Everybody at the Pentagon knows it. Everybody in Congress. Everybody who's anybody. If they're not anybody, it's like, who's he? What's he talking about? Oh, hi. Hey, are you related to Pablo Escobar? No? Okay. Yeah, you are. Well, just because you say you're not, just because you still have the same name. So that means you're some of the same tribe from the same region. Technically, yes. It's a small world after all. It's a small world. Apple don't fall far from the tree, huh? It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world. It's a world of laughter. And don't think that I got the market cornered on righteousness in the Parsons family, because Caiaphas and Herod were cousins, right? And we saw what Haile Selassie's relatives did to him in Ethiopia after his recovering from his prostate surgery. The chosen race just keeps on begging. Don't give a damn. No, I think you got your fools mixed up. Judged by content of character. We are judged by our deed. We are what we do. Forgive debt and trespass, love all eternal faithful peace. It is wrong to quit the guilty and deny justice to the innocent. The wealthy are fools to perceive their wealth as a high wall of safety. The poor plead for mercy and the rich answer with insults. Y'all just want to be rich, huh? Money can't save you. Money can't buy you. Mama don't want you. Daddy don't need you. Give it up, baby, baby. Money can't buy you love. Right? What was the one that the dude was doing a reaction to with John Lennon? Well, it wasn't Whatever Gets You Through the Night. It was another one like that. Yeah. But it's your money or your life. It's all right. It's all right. He didn't have John Lennon. Oh, if John Lennon was still alive. Did John Lennon get up for the Lord's Prayer to save children from getting raped to death in Mexico for bad brain chemical addiction? So if John Lennon was still alive, we'd still be getting more songs, collaborations with him and Bob Dylan and Elton John, right? They all say it, you know. Waiting for the world to change, waiting, you know. Even Guru, you know, we'll respect our neighbors. I am the lifesaver. Okay, forgive debt and trespass alone. He doesn't say what Jesus and Muhammad command for us to do to live what he's talking about in this song. He's making money and being considered one of the most significant rappers in the history of Billboard magazine. Take a look at yourself. Take a look at yourself. Take one big look. RESPECT. I shouldn't give you. I don't have to give your egotistical perception a lick of respect. Okay. The soul, yes. Just same way David respected the soul and the body of the prison called Goliath. The same way Jesus respected the soul of the body of the prison called the Roman Republic. The same way Judah Krishnamurti, Haile Selassie respected the soul of the organization called the League of Nations, which no longer exists. It's now the United Nations, which will no longer exist. Organizations come and go. There ain't no hiding place from the truth of creation. One heart, one love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right, as it was in the beginning. All created by the essence of the glory of God. And we will all be that and continue to be the essence of the creation of God. Even as it was the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Get Haile Selassie better yet. Get Haile Selassie better yet. Okay. I there's some of the stuff obviously has to be, well, they were also like I was at the beginning of this abuse and public display of Earl Truman Show insanity of the dome of Fort Huachuca. They're talking. Well, I was sitting there, I was watching all the little kiddos at Ligon. It's a nice little arena. It's got good views everywhere you go, right? And they're all sitting there. It was the same. It's just like NSI. Just like, you got the sergeants, everybody making sure nobody jumps coop and, goes AWOL, and watching the game and cheering, all in their uniforms. And the girls running around looking for guys. And the guys, there's more guys than girls, so the girls are like, and you can see it in them. And, they got their pick, and it's hard. It's a little bit different in the Air Force than it is in the Army. You have a more cerebral concept to the warfare where you don't have to be a hands-on killer. You just have to be support of the hands-on killers and not get your hands dirty. So psychologically, it doesn't make you check out and turn into a cold-blooded killer. So the Navy, you're out on the boat, you're doing the crazy shit too. And the Air Force, you can be just a part of the plan and think you're doing the right thing because you don't have to feel the actual execution of the mass murder, or they get you to believe, like what happened to me when I was talking to the refugees and the apartments where I lived in Phoenix, No, it wasn't the elite guard. It was Shira students that were Saddam Hussein's political opposition that the U.S. military bombed and mass murdered. They were not armed. They were not a mobile armed unit. They were not the elite armed unit. They were a bunch of protesting civilians in college getting blown up by bad CIA intel to get rid of all the political social dissidents. It's just Vietnam all over again. I can't explain this to my sister. And then she sits there and is like, Val, your boss stole $10,000 from us when you tried to get me back in the military to be part of that war because they didn't want me to be part of that war because I can cut through crap faster than a hot knife through butter. And if they had put me and sent me TDY, which they would have done because I had a wife with the kids, they weren't going to let it happen. John McCain knows and his buddies know what they're doing when they put their pants on this morning. They're like used fucking car dealers. And a tech geek, Bill Gates is nothing but a used car dealer. Guys, every year he sells you a new model. It's like Suzuki said. Now, if they made it perfect and built to last, they wouldn't have to sell you anymore. They always leave you wanting more, so you buy the next installment. And then what Gates does is he takes all the stuff you bought in the old installment and makes it non-accessible till you buy his new one. He did that too with my Scooby-Doo, my Thundercats, and all that stuff on my Xbox. It's not supported anymore. So all the stuff that I bought that I can watch on my Xbox that I should still have there because I paid money to watch them on there, they're not supported and they don't play. I have to buy his new system to watch, and then it'll carry all the old stuff. It's backward, could carry all the old stuff to the new stuff that I bought, paid for there. Yeah, because he's a criminal. Bill Gates is a fucking criminal. They're all criminals. Well, when I saw that thing the other day with Zuckerberg being in the Epstein files, I said, oh, shit. Yeah, they have kids. Makes them look normal. Kids don't want to know. Kids know. Kids are affected by everything you do. If you go around and you predicate on people sexually and you have sex with young people being manipulated by groups like in a gang and stuff like that, that affects your kids psychologically. They have to feel that. Everything you do. They don't care because it's something that you have to just lie back and enjoy the rape. This is West Point. This is West Point training. This is Annapolis training. This is drop bombs on the Japanese and celebrate it at the football game in Colorado Springs and say Jesus told you to do it. It's insane. If you don't think it's insane, boy, you need a big cup of reality juice called the 13th, 22nd, and Me's YouTube channel. Okay, I love you. It's okay. I know how gorgeous I am. Maybe someday you'll be that way too. I'm not going to cross my fingers, but I'm going to hope. All right, peace.